Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Lucy, and I am subbing this morning for Nancy. So we have a nice yoga session planned. I just want to say a couple of things. This is an all levels class, so you work to your level. Feel free to have a chair nearby or pillows, blocks, whatever you usually work with. And as Nancy always says, my voice is a guide. Okay, so um, there's nothing that you have to do specifically the way I do it. Your body is your barometer. Okay, so you want to be listening to your body. All right, so take a nice comfortable seat. And when we're sitting, we want to make sure that our sit bones are nice and even on the earth and the spine is nice and long. Everything is lifting. And we'll just open our practice with an intention. So just bring your hands to your heart for a moment and either close or just defocus your eyes and think about what brings you to your mat this morning. What do you want to get out of your practice today? And with a nice smooth breath, also think about if there's anything standing in the way of you getting what your intention is this morning. Okay, so just bring that to mind and we're going to clear it with breath. So exhale and then inhaling the fingertips up toward the sky, turn your palms out and release what it is that might be standing in your way as you draw your arms down and tap the fingertips gently to the mat. Turn your palms up. And now let's inhale some energy to feed your intention. Inhale. Capture that energy between your palms and draw it to your heart. Inhale your fingertips up. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw energy up. And as you exhale, draw that energy to your heart. And just breathe here in this nice, calm, and settled place. All right. Okay, so we're going to start just wiggle and shake a little bit, wake things up. Now bring your hands to your knees. You might also have your legs straight. That would be perfectly fine as well. And let's just start opening those neck muscles, just releasing them a little bit. So turn your head gaze right and left. Nice and slow and gentle, feeling into how the neck is. Right and left. Right and left. Now come back to the right. Drop your chin towards your right shoulder and rotate your head side over to the left, slightly back, and then start to make some circles. And the next time your head is forward, stay here, come on up, turn your head to the left, drop your shin towards your left shoulder, and start to rotate just slightly back when you go back. And the next time your head is forward, hold here and sit up nice and tall. And take a breath here. Okay, so we'll start a series of movements that are really helpful for the spine, moving it in 6 different directions. Feel free to change the cross of your legs anytime you want. Let's start with some seated cats and cows, hands to the knees, and we arch the back, shine the heart up, and round the spine, gaze toward your lap. arch, and round. Arching, coming into cow, shining the heart up toward the sky, and rounding into cat. And last set here, cow. Land in your cat. Hold here for a moment and breathe into that space in between your shoulder blades. Let it open up. And then come back up to seated. Shake those arms out, and we'll begin some tilting to open the side body. So your left hand is gently on the mat beside you, right arm up by the ear. Keep those hips grounded and tilt to the left and tilt to the right. So we're just going to start out smooth and even here, and then we'll take it a little deeper, but let's first open the side body a bit. Side to side. Now we'll start taking it a little deeper. So the next time you're tilted to the left with your right arm up, stay here, release a little bit, come a little deeper, and start to walk those left fingertips away. Turn your palm up, bring the arm up, and come up. Right fingertips down, tilt to the right, stay here, release, deepen a little bit, walk those fingertips away, right arm up, inhale. Touch your palms together and inhale. We're going to do one more thing with that. Inhale up, left fingertips down, tilt to the left. Now your left elbow is bending, and we're going to make a big circle with this right arm. So take your arm forward, out to the right, and back up. And even put your left hand on your left thigh so you don't press into your left hand as you make these nice circles, thinking about really extending the spine as your arm moves forward. And the next time you're over, stay there. Bring your right hand down, left arm up, tilt to the right. You can even put your right hand again on your right thigh and make some big circles with that left arm. Over to the right, reach forward, out to the left. And the next time you're over to the right, stay there for a second, come back up. All right, let's shake everything out. And we'll move into some twists. So that was 4 directions of the spine, forward, back, side to side. Now we're going to twist. All right, we twist with a long spine. In this case, since we're seated, the hips are going to stay grounded and we're just moving from the waist. Okay, so let's take those arms up, inhale, take the ribs away from the hips, twist to the right, and bring both hands down. Arms up, inhale, twist to the left, both hands down. Up, twist right, hands down. Up, twist left, hands down. Up and twist and twist. Now this time when you twist right, stay here, lengthen your spine, twist a little deeper. Don't tug, just twist a little deeper. Turn your gaze towards your right shoulder. Turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. Turn your gaze back to your right shoulder. Take the arms up and over to the left. Stay in this twist, lengthen the spine, deepen it a little bit. Gaze left, gaze right, gaze left, arms up. We're going to do one more thing. Take it over, lengthen the spine, twist. Now take your right arm up and tilt over your left leg. And then come on up and switch sides. Both arms are to the left. Take your left arm up and tilt to the right. And release. Shake everything out. Shake those legs out. Inhale and exhale. All right, and wiggle those fingers, whatever you need to do to be comfortable. We are going to be moving now to hands and knees. All right, so make sure you have enough padding for your knees. Your hands could also be on a chair or a wall here if you don't love hands and knees. If this is too much of a bend for your wrists, you can roll the front of your mat up, put the heels of your hands on there, take some of the bend out of your wrist. Let's even everything up here in this tabletop position. Okay, so we're thinking about the knees and hands. Everything is nice and evenly spread. Now, coming into bird dog, raise your right leg to hip height. Float the left arm up by the ear, bird dog. Bring the hand and knee down. Take your left leg up to hip height. Float your right arm up by your ear. And release. Now, if you want to, just float into that all at once. Leg and arm. And down. Leg and arm. And down. All right. Bring your big toes together, knees wide apart, and take a moment in child's pose here. Just take a breath. And then find your way back to your table pose. We're going to now add a little more movement to our bird dog. So it's going to be right leg, left arm. Now flex your right foot. Tap your toes down and your left fingertips. Right toes, left fingertips, and lift. Tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. Hand and knee down. Left leg back. Right arm up. Flex your left foot. Toes tap down. Arm up. Tap down and up. Tap down and up. And tap down and up. All right, bring the knee down. Just come up for a second, get off those wrists, and we're going to add a little crunch to that. So here we go. Back to tabletop. Okay. Extend the right leg, left arm, and elbow to knee. Crunch, release, and crunch. Release, we crunch. Release, and crunch. Release, hand down, knee down, other side, extend, leg and arm, and crunch. Release and crunch. Release, crunch, release, last one, release. Everything comes to the mat, child's pose. Have your forehead supported in your child's pose, so if it doesn't reach the mat, make a pillow with your hands. And then slowly start to find your way up to a downward facing dog. We're coming up down dog here, and we'll walk the dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Pressing one heel and then the other. Rolling over those toes. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. And then take a journey, bringing your feet to your hands. Bring your hands to your thighs. Shine your heart forward, half lift, and then fold. Now upward salute. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms touch overhead and hands come to heart center. And we shake things out. All right, let's inhale and exhale here. Okay, so now we're standing and we're going to plant those feet hip width distance apart, keep them firmly grounded, palms forward, everything's nice and aligned, and we breathe. Inhale and exhale. All right, ready for a little crescent here. Take the arms up, interlace the fingers. Your index fingers are pointing up, and we're going to tilt left and right. Keep those feet grounded, left and right. Now, the next time you're over to the left, release your hands, press your right fingertips up to the sky, left fingertips down to the earth, and come on back up and tilt right. Release those arms, press up through the left, down through the right, gaze up. Bring your hands back and exhale, release. So take your feet wider than hip width distance here. Let those knees and hips bend. Just get a little motion going in the knees and hips. We'll do a couple of gentle forward folds here. So keep your spine straight and just go to your comfort level in these folds. Inhale the arms up. Exhale with relaxed knees and hips. Fold forward and come up. And exhale, fold and come up. And exhale. And come up, this time pressing the palms together. Bring your hands to your heart and bring your feet back to hip width distance apart, back to mountain pose. Inhale and exhale and release. All right, so come to the top of your mat. We're going to go through a little series of movements, okay, known as the sun salutation. Come to the top of your mat. We will be coming into a plank. You can do that with your knees up or down. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Maybe you're ready to have your legs straight. Maybe you keep your knees and hips soft. Shine your heart forward for a half lift. Now bend at the knees and hips. Bring your fingertips down and step back with your right leg, left knee over ankle. You're in a nice lunge here. And just wiggle those hips around. Inhale and exhale. And then come into your plank. Bring your back knee down if you want a knee down plank, or leave your back knee up if you want knee up. We're in plank here. The spine is nice and long. Bend the elbows toward the back here behind you and slowly come down through chaturanga. Now shine your heart forward for a little cobra and release and find your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale in your down dog. Take your right leg up and start a journey forward, walking those feet to the hands. Take a half lift, forward fold, upward salute. Float those arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. Okay, we're going to do that now, starting with the left leg back. So we find mountain pose, everything's nice and aligned, top of the mat, feet are grounded. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, take a swan dive. Take a half lift, fingertips down, lunge back with your left leg, that right knee is over the ankle. And then decide if you're bringing that back knee down for knee down plank, or if you're coming into knee up plank, and chaturanga down. Find a cobra and release. And how about one more cobra? Shine your heart forward and release. and find downward facing dog. Just relax and get balanced in your dog. Now your left leg comes up, steps forward, and you continue your journey, feet to the hands, half lift, forward fold, float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. All right, let's shake everything out. Okay, so that just moved a whole lot of muscles, strengthened and lengthened them. Okay, our next series is going to require the legs be fairly wide, so probably even wider than mat with distance for you. You may want to turn sideways. We'll be doing moonflower and sunflower and five-pointed star. So your toes are turned out. Put your hands on your hips for a moment. Ground through the feet. When you bend your knees, the knees are going out over the toes. So let's just try this plie down and up. Okay. The hips are going straight down, not back. Now the arms come up, five-pointed star, knees over toes for moonflower, up and moonflower. Now the next time you come into your moonflower, stay here and pulse a little bit. Pulse, 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 pulse. Then come up, inhale, and swoop down into moonflower. All right, bring it up. Bring your arms down. If your legs are asking for a rest, give them a rest, shake them out. We're going to come back to five-pointed star, and this time we'll be doing sunflower. So arms are up, knees out, bend forward slightly, cross your right arm in front of your left, and come back up. And sunflower, left arm in front of right, and come back up. Right arm in front, left arm in front, right arm, and left, and right, and left. All right, now the next time you come down, take opposite hand to opposite elbow, fold forward, and just ragdoll things out. So just move around, nod your head yes and no, always coming back to yes. Come back to center now, bring your hands to your hips, and slowly start to come up. Heel toe your legs together and shake things out. Inhale and exhale. All right, so moving into a balance, and our balance is sun and sun and moon balance as well. Okay, so for balance, we want those feet grounded, right? Hip width distance apart. Lift the toes, spread them out. Find a drishti, your spot that isn't moving. Be near something if you like for balance. All right, let's try hands to hips, right heel up, and slowly start to bring the right knee up, seeing how your balance is right now. And release. Okay, let's see how the left side's doing. Left heel up, left knee, and release. All right, so you can do this either with your knee up or just with your heel up. Again, you can be holding on to something, okay? So remember, this is your practice. So let's take right heel, right knee, and if you're feeling steady here, left arm is straight up, right fingertips point down, We're in sun and moon balance. And release. Left side, left heel, left knee, right arm up, left fingertips down, sun and moon. And release. All right, now you may want to just float into that right knee, left arm, just like that, or stay with me, and we'll start heel, knee, left arm, right fingertips down. And release. And then we'll go left heel, left knee, right arm up, left fingertips down. And release, shake it out. All right, so that was the sun and moon balance. Now we're going to do a high crescent lunge, which is also a balance. All right, so you're going to come to the top of your mat, slide your right leg way back, keep that right heel lifted, left knee is over the ankle here. Take your arms by your ears, put lots of length in your spine, magnetize your thighs toward each other, and lift up, high crescent lunge. And step forward. Okay. Step back with your left leg. Big step back, right knee is over the right ankle, left heel is lifted. Arms up by the ears, long spine. Thighs are magnetizing toward each other, lift up. High crescent lunge on the left. And release. Okay, that's our move. If that's enough of a challenge for you right now, then you stay with that. If you want to move on, we're going to add a couple of things. So let's step back, right leg back, arms up by the ears. Now, if you're feeling comfortable here, bend the knees, elbows down, straighten up. Take it down and up. Take it down and up. Take it down and up and step forward. Okay. Remember, you can always just come into high crescent. You can be holding on. Take your left leg back. Oop, let's just flow into that. Here we go, high crescent. And stay here, or take it down and lift. Take it down and lift. Take it down and lift. Take it down and lift and come forward. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we'll add one more thing. If you're feeling like really you want to move on a little bit more, or you can stay with one of the other things that we've been doing. So we'll take a nice step back with the right leg, coming into high crescent lunge. Take it down and up. Take it down and up. Take it down and up. Now take it down and hold. And this time, option, as you come forward, bring the right knee up. So step forward, right knee up. And release. All right. If you want to try that on the left, we step back. High crescent lunge. We go down and up and down and up and down and up. Take it down. This time, either step forward, plant both feet, or draw your left knee through. And release. And shake it out. Okay. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to do something just a little settling here. Take those legs back where you had them for the 5-pointed star. Okay. And this is just called brush hands. It's just a little calming move. So the toes are turned out. It'll help you get your breath back under you. Inhale the arms up and just exhale gently down like you're brushing your hands down a wall. And last time, brush down, come up, hands to hips, heel toe, shake those legs out. All right, moving into warrior two now. So you know you want your legs wide, right toes open to the right, left toes in at an angle, hips are level, shoulders over hips, and bend your right knee. It's over your right ankle, arms in line with the shoulders here. Inhale and exhale. Gaze past your right fingertips. This is warrior two. And we're going to add a little reverse warrior to it. So turn your right palm up, left hand gently to the left leg, and take it up and back. And come back to warrior two. And again, reverse your warrior. And come back. And reverse. And come back. Last time, reverse. This time we'll hold. Gaze up toward your right fingertips. And then come back. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn all 10 toes forward. Put your index fingers in your hip creases and start to fold forward. Try and keep the hips over the ankles. If you want to stop with your head higher than your heart, that's where you stop. If you want to go halfway, you go halfway. If you want to go deeper, you go deeper. And bring your hands either to touch your legs somewhere or your mat. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. Now bring your hands back to your hips. Come halfway up from wherever you are. Press through the feet and lift the rest of the way up. Heel toe, shake things out. We'll do that series on the left. So the legs are wide again, left toes to the left, right toes in at an angle. Okay. Left knee is over the ankle, pelvis is level, arms in line with the shoulders. Gaze past your left fingertips in warrior two. Taking it to the reverse warrior, right hand down, left palm up. Take it back. And back to warrior two. And reverse. And warrior two. Reverse. And warrior two. And reverse it and hold. Gaze up towards your left fingertips. And warrior two. Hands to the hips. This time turn the toes out. Bend the knees. Put both hands on your thighs. Okay, we're going to bend the knees out and we'll take the right shoulder to the left, left shoulder to the right. Just moving right and left here. And the next time you go left shoulder to the right, you'll be even. Come back to center, press through the feet, and slowly come up, heel toe, and shake things out. All right, so this time we're going to go into a narrow leg forward fold with the feet hip width distance apart. The feet and legs are hip width distance apart. And we're going to fold and hold and resist. Okay, so the feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. Fold forward from those hip creases with a long spine, as high or as low as you want to go. And then bring your hands either under your toes, if you're down that far, or behind your legs. Okay, and then try and lift. Try and lift up. You're holding on either behind your legs or under your toes so you won't go far. And then take your elbows out to the side and come back down. And again, try and lift. It's a resisted lift. And Bring it down. And last time, resisted lift. And fold. Now bend those knees, bring your hands to your thighs. Come halfway up, take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly start to straighten the legs. Roll those shoulders back a few times and forward a few times. All right, we're going to do a little bit of chair work while we're up. Okay, so the feet are hip width distance apart. And we bend the knees, hips go back, arms come to the shoulders. Your weight is in your heels here. Okay, this is chair. Now you might do chair with your arms up if you prefer, or keep them at your shoulders. Now press through the feet and stand tall. Come into chair. Keep your heart lifted in your chair and press up. Come into chair. Very strengthening for the legs. And come up. And this time we come back into chair and we're going to pulse it down. Pulse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come up and then swoop back into your deepest chair yet. And come up, shake it out. All right, we're about to head back down to the mat now. So take a moment while you're still standing, check in with your body, see if there's any moves that your body's wanting to make, wiggle around. Look around your space if there's something you want to bring with you. Maybe you use a blanket for final relaxation, you want that nearby, or you roll something up under your knees, an eye pillow, and we'll meet at the top of the mat. Getting the breath back under us in mountain pose. All right, working our way down now. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a half lift. Fingertips down and step back to down dog. And then wiggle your hips from side to side in this down dog. Bring your knees down, sit off to the side and come to a nice, even, seated mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. And shake things out. So we're going to do a nice hip releaser now called Rock the Baby. All right, so your left leg is long and strong, the foot is flexed. Bend your right knee. Hold on to your right foot and with your left hand and your right leg with your right hand. Keep your torso directly face forward and move that leg out to the side and over to the left. So you're moving the leg right to left, but you're not turning your torso when you move, right? This is for the hip. So that's rocking the baby here. Now come back to center and we're going to do a variation on seated pigeon. Take your right ankle across your left thigh so it's above the knee. Support yourself with your hands. Bring your left foot in just until it reaches the mat and take your legs side to side. Once again, that torso is steady. We're moving the lower body, loosening up those hips. Now the next time your right leg comes over to the left, let that foot come all the way down and then place the right foot in front of your left shin. Sit up nice and tall. Take your left hand outside your right shin. Right arm up and back with a long spine twist. to the right. We're not tugging on the leg, we're twisting. That hand is just here. And release. Now support yourself with your left hand, right arm up. Take your right arm inside of your right leg and resist. Press your leg into your arm into your leg. Resist and release. All right, straighten those legs, shake it out. Rock the baby on the other side. Right leg is long, foot is flexed. Take your left foot in your right hand and your left leg in your left hand. And without moving the torso, we take the legs side to side. Now coming back to center, coming into pigeon variation here, we've got the left ankle across the right thigh. Draw that right foot in, support yourself with your hands, and take both legs side to side. Let your left foot come all the way down, then bring it in front of your right shin. Take your right hand outside of your left shin, left arm up and back, long spine, we twist to the left. Unwinding left arm inside of left leg, support yourself with your right hand, and press arm into leg, leg into arm. A little neuromuscular trick to help the body and hips loosen up. Shake it out. All right, extend those legs and shake them out. Okay, a couple of little forward folds here. So remember, we're folding with a long spine and we're folding from the hip creases. Legs are long, about hip width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. Keep your arms by your ears as you fold forward, and wherever you stop, bring your hands down, gaze past your toes. Inhale the arms back up by the ears, sit up, and hands down. Let's do that again. Inhale the arms up, folding from the hips, long spine, and wherever you have stopped, you just bring your hands down. Arms up, sit up, hands down. We'll do the same thing from a V-sit. So come into your V-sit position. Might be narrower, might be wider, right? Arms up, folding from the hip creases to your end point, and then the hands come down, gaze past your fingertips. Arms back up by the ears, sit up, hands down. And one more time, arms up, lengthen the spine, fold. Hands come down, gaze past the fingertips. Arms up, sit up, and release. Draw those legs together and shake them out. Inhale and exhale here. All right, we'll be coming down. We'll be laying down and doing a little twist and a happy baby. Okay, so let's take it down to the mat. Oh, that might feel really nice. Okay, so we're going to start with happy baby. Extend those legs and arms nice and long. Inhale, point the toes. Now bring the knees in and hold on. If your feet are available, hold on to your feet. Otherwise, hold on to your thighs. We're in happy baby. And we can start to massage the spine in our happy baby. Rocking side to side. And then come back center. Hold on to your shins and draw the soles of your feet together with your knees wide. So if we were sitting, we would consider this cobbler's pose. Now we're going to come into half flower. So take your right foot or back of your thigh and extend your right leg. Bring the soles of your feet back together. Take your left foot or back of your thigh. Extend your left leg. That was half flower on each side. Soles of the feet back together and come into full flower. Both legs open. Feet come back together. And bring your feet down to the mat. Knees are bent. Feet are on the mat. And just let your knees gently open and close like they're little butterfly wings here. Inhaling and exhaling. All right. So we're going to do some windshield wipers now. That's a twisting movement. Take your feet mat width distance apart. Extend your arms out from your shoulders and sway both knees to the right, gaze left. Both knees left, gaze right. And just keep swaying side to side, moving your head the other direction. And as you move, maybe you deepen this, maybe you stay just the way you have been. Now the next time you're over to the right, stay here. Gaze past your left fingertips. And then come up through center. Take both knees to the left. Gaze past your right fingertips. And come center. Bring your hands down by your side. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. And go ahead and open and close those knees. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to do one more thing with our twist here. Lift your hips and send them 2 inches over to the right. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh. Take your left hand outside of your right thigh. Extend your right arm out from the shoulder and take both knees over to the left. Gaze past your right fingertips. And come back through center, unwind those legs, lift the hips and center them. Take a breath. Now lift the hips 2 inches and send them over to the left, and take your left leg, cross your left thigh over your right thigh, right hand outside the left thigh, left arm extends, both legs over to the right, gaze past your left fingertips in your twist. And release the leg, come back through center, both feet to the mat, lift and center those hips. And while we're waiting for the spine to just settle out from that twisting, bend at the elbows and wiggle your fingers. Open them wide and close them. Just work those hands. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. All right, take a nice long stretch here, arms overhead, legs extend, and draw your knees in. Hold on to your legs under your knees. Let your knees come away from you. There's some space in between your legs, and rock side to side, a nice spinal massage here. And then come back to center and bring your hands to your knees, bring your legs together. Now press your knees away without releasing your hands. Press your knees away. We're going to make circles. Take both knees to the right, in towards you, to the left, and press away. To the right, in, left, and press away. So just make some nice circles here. And the next time your knees are in, pause, and we'll circle the other direction. Press away, to the left, in, and to the right. And the next time your knees are in, pause, bring your feet down, bring your hands down by your side. So we're going to do pigeon now. Take your right ankle across your left thigh, draw your legs in towards you, and you might hold on to your shin or your hamstring here. Make sure your right foot is flexed and check to see where your left knee is. You want your left knee in line with your left shoulder. And just breathe into this pigeon, feeling all the any kind of stuckness or tension release from your right hip. Send warm, healing breaths to your right hip. Now go ahead and release. Bring both feet back to the mat. Butterfly those knees. And we'll do pigeon on the other side. So left ankle across the right thigh. Draw your legs in. Make sure your left foot is flexed. Hold on to your right shin or hamstring. And then bring your right knee in line with your right shoulder. And breathe into that left hip. And now release 2 feet to the mat. Butterfly those knees a little bit. Bring your hands down by your side. We're going to work the ankles now. So just bring your right leg up and point and flex the foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. And bring your left foot up, right foot down, point and flex. Circle and circle. And feet down. All right, now we're going to prepare for final relaxation. So scan your body from head to toe. See if there's any final movements that your body might be asking to make. See what kind of alignment you want and positioning for final relaxation. Do whatever you do to prepare yourself for final relaxation. Scanning the body. And now find your final relaxation position for this practice, however you want to be that's most comfortable for you. And when you get into that position, notice all the points of contact between you and the mat. And try and distribute your weight nice and evenly. Preparing for the most important thing we do in our yoga practice, final relaxation. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose and slowly exhale, releasing yourself into your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch long. Exhaling, draw your knees in and give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side and take a breath or two here. And then slowly come up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your